Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. All right then, everybody. I hope you're all doing exceedingly well on this wonderful, lovely Thursday. In this beginner live stream today, we're going to be tackling Beautiful Things by Benson Boom. So before we get into it, I'm going to do my usual thing, and I'm going to read a few comments, see how everyone is doing, and where you're all from, etc., etc., etc. So, Antonio from Kent, UK. We've got Haida from Vienna. Beat Up Six String for JG. Oh, I love it. What a cool YouTube name. From CT USA. We've got Sheffield, Germany, Newcastle, Kingsclear, UK, North Carolina, Arizona, Buffalo. Hello, everybody. Netherlands, Portland. Oh, Justin Guitar, highly fan here. Who's that? That's not going to be Justin. Who else have we got? James Fry from London. Do I know a James Fry, actually? I'm not sure. We've got Arizona, and we've got... it's Fanny. Hello, Fanny. Hope the lighting and the sound is all right. All right then, guys. So, as usual, I'm going to do a quick introduction to the class, just for those of you that might be new coming into the class. So, these are the Justin Guitar beginner live streams. So, the target audience for these clubs are going to be from grades 1, 2, and 3. And I'll try and put a little bit of something in for everyone within those grades there. But it's not, only for grades 1, 2, and 3. It's for anybody, really. And now and again, I do put in one or two little fancier bits in just for those that might just be visiting and fancy learning a new song, right? Cool. So expectations for you guys during these clubs. So my goal is to teach you essentially and give you variations to play a full song per session. So that's the number one goal. The number 1.1 goal, or 0.1, is to kind of have fun, right? So we're going to be having fun, and we're going to be learning a beginner song in these live streams. Okay, cool. So we're going to be learning Beautiful Things by Benson Boom today. So as usual, I'm going to start off with some interesting facts about the song. So I did a little bit of research, and did you know this song is made up from two sections, which could have been two separate songs. So the first part of the song starts in 4/4 time, all right, which we'll get to soon. And the second part starts in 6/8 time. So I think what happened was Benson kind of co-wrote this with the producer, and he had two different kind of ideas, and they ended up putting them both together to create a full song, which is pretty cool. The other cool thing is, whilst they were either writing it, I think it's when they were writing it, the big part when it goes, if you know the song, with distortion, that was a happy accident. So when they were practicing it, I think it was Benson, he left his overdrive pedal on the pedal board, and he just started playing. I think it was Benson, it could have been someone else. And he started playing, and all of a sudden they were like, oh, that's awesome, what is that? What is that? So that's how that big part came about as well. And apparently, whoever the guitar player was, he said that if it wasn't for the fact that the overdrive was just left on, he never would have put it on. So, pretty interesting, pretty cool. Okay, so let's get into the song then, guys. So I'm going to bring up a slide just here. All right, so we've got a PDF with 7 different slides. We're going to start off with a song overview, and I'm going to ask a few questions as I usually do. I know a lot of you might already know these answers, but we do have to think about those that are new and those that might not know these answers. And you might also hear my cat meowing, because she wants to come in and join in the fun. She often does. Then you say, I'll keep the door shut though. Okay, cool. So, song overview. So we're gonna, like I said earlier, the time that we're going to be playing this song is going to be 4/4, which we'd call 4/4 time, and 6/8, 6/8 time. So when we play in 4/4, hands up, or in the comments, who remembers what 4/4 means as opposed to 6/8. So they feel very different, and you can hear that change in this song. So I'm looking for somebody to pop in the comments what 4/4 means and what 6/8 means. So I'm gonna wander back and forth in and out of the YouTube because I might get some quick answers. So 4/4 means 4 beats per bar. Well done, Antonio and Tommy. So if we're playing in 4/4 time, we're going to be thinking in terms of playing and counting in our heads and feeling more than anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a lot of music, a lot of songs are in 4/4 time. So you're going to hear that a lot, okay? So 6/8 times. Just to kind of go back a half step, if you're interested in theory, you know, what the 4 means on the top and the other 4 on the bottom, that's the way it's written like a 4 and a 4, then you can always look into joining Justin's theory course, where he'll talk a little bit more about that. So I don't think we need to like worry too much about that in these sessions, all right? Okay, so 6/8, guys. What have we got for 6/8? Yep, so we've got Dick saying we've got 6 counts. Yep, that's pretty much exactly right. 6/8 feels a little bit different though, right? So we know 4/4 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And in 4/4 time, you could think about the first beat and the third beat as having more accentuation. So there's a little bit more on the 1 and the 3, right? So you could count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're just kind of emphasizing the 1 most, and the 3 a little bit less than 1, and then 2 and 4 kind of a little bit lower. Now 6/8, we're going to be counting like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll notice as well that when we're playing in 6/8 time, the beats usually feel a little bit quicker. They get this like kind of like this swingy motion going as well, I feel. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the most emphasized beats when we're playing in 6/8 time from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anybody know that? Anybody want to take a little guess at that? What are the 2 most accentuated beats when we're playing in 6/8? By the way, guys, if you're kind of doing this here, sorry, that's, if you're, I've lost my train of thought a second. Okay, so let me just check these. Yeah, so if we're playing in 6/8 time, the most accentuated beats are the 1 and the 4, all right? So you'll kind of feel it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm kind of exaggerating that a lot, but they're the beats you kind of you feel stand out, okay? All right, so let's move on. So the chords then, or let's look at the key, right? So the key of music, again, if you want to get into theory, check out Justin's theory courses. I'm sure there's a trial and all that kind of stuff you can look at. But in a key of music, we've always got 7 chords, all right? And we'd number those 7 chords, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this song is in the key of E flat, but we're going to be popping a capo on frets 1, 2, and 3. So if you've got a capo, put that on fret number 3. If you haven't, it doesn't matter. You can still follow along. Just follow along without the capo. And then, you know, if and when you get time to get a capo, you can grab one and you can pop it on fret number 3. So it's an E flat major, but we're going to be popping a capo on fret 3 and we're going to be thinking in the key of G major. So the 7 chords that we've got in G major are listed just here. You'll see we've got G, A minor, B minor, C, D, E minor, and F sharp diminished. Okay, now you're going to notice the order in which the chords appear in a major key. We've always got a major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, and a diminished, okay? All right, so the chords used in this song. So you need to be able to play these chords here. We've got a G chord. So I'm going to come in a bit closer so you can see this nice and clear. So you can play any G chord that you want. So a G, you can either play it this way here. You can play it this way here. You can play it the full G, this G here. I play it kind of this way here, but it really doesn't matter which way you play that version of the G. We've got a C major chord, which you're going to be playing like this. All right, so you should hopefully know that one there. We've got a D major, which is going to look like it normally does, just here. So hopefully you've got that chord down as well. We've got an E minor chord, which you can play like this. Sometimes some people play it like this, which is kind of fine, but sometimes I find this part of the finger mutes this string. So I like this version here. And we've got an A minor chord, which looks just like that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chords from the 7 that are available to us, okay, which is quite cool. Okay, one thing to point out as well, guys, when we're playing songs, especially in a major key, you're going to find it's quite good to learn this kind of stuff, because you'll see certain patterns crop up in regards to like chord order and what chords out of a key are used. So for example, we've got 7 chords. So the most used chords in a key are always going to be 1, 4, 5, and 6. Especially these days, they're just used so much, and especially in kind of pop music these days. So it's always a good idea, if you learn about keys and the order of chords that appear in a key, always try and kind of work on, you know, kind of chords 1, 4, 5, and 6, because you're going to see them quite a lot. Okay, cool. So let's move on to the next slide. So we're going to look at the song structure next. So you want to write this down on a bit of paper, and what we've got here is just a full broad layout of the whole song. Okay, so the song starts with an intro, and we can see there we're in 4/4 time. We've then got verse 1, which is also in 4/4 time. Then we switch to 6/8 time, where we play the pre-chorus, and then we're going to play chorus 1. Then we play verse 2, and then we play chorus 2, and that's it. That's the song, all right? So let's just switch. Actually, I'm going to give you like another kind of, or if you want to, you can always like, it's a good idea to write it down, but you could kind of take a picture. But I'll leave it up just for a little bit longer so you can all, I just know that you've all written it down properly. By the way, peppermint tea with some lemon. Don't sleep on it. It's so good. All right, so strumming patterns then for 4/4. So I provided 3 different strumming patterns. They're all pretty straightforward. So you can see we've got pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 3. On the top we've got the count, how you'd count it. And oops, so I've got a little typo there. So under pattern 1, ignore where under count it says pattern 2, and do the same thing for the second and the third pattern, okay? So for pattern 1 then, all we're going to be doing is counting 4 in our head. We'll start off with a C, okay, because the song starts in C, and we're just going to be strumming, well, counting first up to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to be strumming on the first beat, okay? When it gets around to the next bar on the first beat again, we'll strum 1 again. So let's just try that, nice and simple, just on the C chord, okay? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Let's take a little look at pattern number 2. So pattern number 2 is just a little bit more involved. So we've got a down strum on beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. Actually, let me just go back half step again to pattern 1. I should have said, when you're playing this here, 1, 2, 3, 4, you want the hand to continue moving. So you're going to strum on the 1, but then 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4 will be what you could call a ghost strum, an air strum, where you kind of strum down but you don't hit the strings. You just allow the hand to help you keep time. So that again then would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now pattern 2, rather than missing the strings on 2, 3, 4, we're going to hit 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll give you a count in. Let's try that. We'll keep it going just on the C chord for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'll try that again. Pattern 2, Lee, not pattern 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And stop. Okay? So then pattern number 3 is a little bit more involved again. We've got 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Or you can think of it as down, up, down, down, up, down. So you can see we're hitting all the downs that we hit for pattern number 2, but we're just adding an up strum on the and that comes after 1 and the and that comes after 3. All right, so you're still going to be hitting 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you are doing that, you'll notice that the hand comes up and does a missed strum on an up strum every single time, nice and evenly, right? So now we'll just try 1 and 2, 3 and 4. All right, let's try with the C chord. So it'll be, I'll just demonstrate one more time, then we'll try it together. It'll be down, up, down, down, up, down. All right, let's try that. After 3 on a C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. All right. So, everyone kind of catching this stuff? All right. Anyone kind of confused or anything? If so, just let me know. Chuck something in the comments because I can read them and I can help you out straight away. Okay, so they're the strumming patterns there. So now let's move on to the sections. I'll just go back here. All right, we can see now that we've got the intro and the verse. We're in 4/4 time. So we're going to look at those two sections there because we're going to be using these strumming patterns for that. Okay, all good so far, all good, cool, excellent. Okay, so here we go. So here's the intro in 4/4 time and verse 1 in 4/4 time. So I actually found I was working this out and it was a little bit fiddly sometimes. But anyway, as you can see, first bar there on the intro, all right, we've got guitar only. And now you can do this with just right? You can do this with any one of these strumming patterns. And I'm going to give you a little finger, not a finger picking thing, a little picking thing. If, you know, there are those of you that want to try that just for the intro. Okay, so the chords are, I've written in here, a lot of the bars of 1, 2, 3, 4, you've got 2 chords per bar, a lot of the time, most of the time. So you'll have one chord on the first beat, and a lot of the time you're going to have 1 chord on the third beat. So in the intro here, you can see you've got a C on beats 1, let it ring or play through beats 2, then you change to the G on 3 through 4, and then you have the D for 1, 2, 3, 4. I've not put the numbers in continuing because it just gets a little bit messy. So we can start this first bar here. Okay, we can just do 1 strum on the C. Oh, actually, I've just realized something. That's not going to work there. Oh, right. Okay, so what we'll do, actually, rather than thinking when I was demonstrating earlier, we had like 1 strum for the full bar. What we're going to do here, we're going to do, rather than doing, just go back to this strum in here, pattern 1. You see we've got a down on the 1. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to put a down on the 3 as well. So if you've got your pen and paper here, just put a down on that 3. It's going to work better for this, actually. Okay, so we've got, for the C, we're basically going to be playing 1, 2, then to the G, any G you want to play, 3, 4, and then a D, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's going to be the most straightforward way of playing the intro. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll try that first with a counting. 4. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, G, 4, and D, 2, 3, 4. Or if you want to, you can play it using, it sounds quite cool, with pattern number 3. Down, up, down, down, up, down, okay? So the way that will go is going to be, let's go back to that. You'll have on the C, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, and then down, up, down, down, up, down on the D. Okay, so I'll try that one more time. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Or if you want to, you can just play down, up, down, down, up, down, and then down, up, down, 3, 4. So you don't have to play the last down, up, down on the D. You can just let it ring out, which sounds quite cool. Or again, if you wanted to, you can take like a little bit of a step back and you could just play all down strums where you'll get like 1, 2, G for 2, and then D. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if you want to try something a little bit more interesting, you can just pick through the notes. So I haven't made any notes for this specifically, so just try to kind of like, you can write out some tab or anything like that. And you don't have to follow this kind of picking exactly. You can kind of come up with your own, because this isn't kind of, this picking isn't exactly the same as the original anyway. Okay, so for the C chord, all right, you play the C chord. You can play a down pick on the A string, a down on the G string, and then we'll do an up on the B string. Nice and simple. Okay, and you're going to count 1 and 2. Okay. And then you're going to go to the G. All right, so for this, all you need to do is just place the 3rd finger just there. You don't need any other fingers, right? Because we're only going to be picking certain notes, and it's not going to include the high E string. So all we need is that there. And then we're going to pick the E, and then we're going to play the same G with a down and the B with an up. Okay. So all together, that gives us the C and the G. And then we're going to go to a D chord, all right? And then we're going to play from this D chord here, we'll play the D string, then we're going to play the B string, and then we're going to play the G string there. And you can play down, up, up, a bit fancy. If you want to, you can just do all down picks if you want to. That might make more sense. But if you want to start practicing some directional picking, which basically means you pick a note in the direction of the next note you're going to pick. So if you're playing a note on this string and the next string is down this way, you'll pick down. If you're playing a note on this string and the next note is on the string up here, you'll pick up. All right, so I'll go through that again for you. C chord here, play the A string, G, and the B. Then go to the G, just one finger will do. Down on the E, G, and B. And then the D, we're going to play down on the D, then up on the B, and then up on the G. So together. 3, and then it goes into this part, right? So you might have to kind of put up with my singing a little bit in this session. Unfortunately, I'm really not a good singer, but it just might help us keep kind of help us with where we are in the song and stuff. Okay. All right, so verse. So we're going to go into strumming here. So guitar only strumming. Now you can strum this any way that you want in regards to, these patterns here. Just remember pattern 1, I should have put down here, I should have put another down strum on that number 3. Okay, so you've got a down on the 1 and a down on the 3. So you can choose any one of these here. And there is the odd section, like if you look on verse 1, bars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 from the top up, right on the bottom, you'll see it gets a little bit funny. So I've just I've kind of put a few kind of notes in there that'll help you kind of just navigate the song and where the chords change and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so if we look at verse number 1, you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, we've got 4 bars, and we're going to play through that 4-bar progression 2 times. All right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So we'll start off with the most simple way of doing it, which will be one strum. Sorry, playing on the first beat and the third beat down strums. So you should be able to just catch my right and left hands here. So we'll start off with a C, C, and we're going to just do C, 2, G, 3, 4. Then we're going to go to a D, 1, 2, and then E minor, 3, 4. So that's the first 2 bars. Let's try that again. Okay, so we've got C, G, D, E minor. I'll give you a count of 4 and we'll try it together, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, next bar down, we've got a C to a G, and then we've got a D, which we're just gonna we can kind of just bring out with one strum, or we can again play on the 1 and the 3. We'll play on the 1 and the 3. Keep it simple, right? So let's go for the first 4 bars all together. All right, here we go. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and again. So we've got that times 2. All right, so we'll try and play it times 2. I'll maybe try to hum the melody. Again, forgive me, but I think we'll get a better context for the song if I do that. Okay. Okay. After 4, 1, 2, 3. So I've got to start singing just before, I think. So just try and hear the 4, right? Actually, I'll count 4 and then I'll just try and come in. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the D, then the E minor, then the C goes to G, to the D, 1, 2, 3, and back to C and to the G, and then you D, E minor, and C to G and D. And I've just noticed I'm strumming on, I'm doing the 1, 2, 3, 4, which you can do as well. I'll try it again, and I'll just try and strum only on the chords this time, so just on the 1 and the 3s, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. So this is going to be the most straightforward way of playing it. You could try as well the down, up, down. Sorry, that one. Okay, so I'll just take a little. So in pattern 3. Well, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, which is down, up, down, down, up, down. Let's try that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And again to the C and to the G, and then D to the E minor, and to D, 3. And at that stage, guys, when you play along with the song, you're going to hear the full band then comes in, and then we've got kind of the same chords really, but it's a little bit different. So the first bar there, you've got C to G, which is the same as before. So we'll have, I'll just do all down strums for now, right? I'll just go 1 for the C, and then this is with the full band, right? So C, 2 and G, 2, and then we get this. This part here, we've got like a D on the first beat, a C on the second beat, so we have to play the 1, the 2, and then we get an E minor on the third beat. So that C chord there, it's not really a C, but the C works really well in the context of keeping this a nice beginner-friendly song. So what we'll do, let's just try with a full band, the first 2 bars starting on the C, okay? I'm going to do all down strums. You can do any of the strumming patterns that we've already looked at, and if you're a little bit more advanced, you can strum anything that you want, to be honest, so long as you keep it in 4/4 time and you play it in a way that feels right for you, it's going to work. All right then, so let's go. Full band starting at the C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and G. 2 then. D, C, E minor. Okay, let's try that again. Let's try that. We'll try the same part again, right? Because it's fiddly that D to the C is a quick change, and then C to E minor is quick. So we could just jump to that second bar, and then just try the D, C, E minor. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's going to be D, C, E minor. So 1 strum on the D, 1 strum on the C, 2 strums on the E minor. And then we go back to the C after that. 1, 2, G, into the D, 2, 3, 4. Then we've got like, it kind of repeats a little bit, but it changes here. So we've got the C as normal, 1, 2, to the G, and then this time we play E minor, C, D, and C. Now this is a weird bit, man, because when you count that C, it lasts for 4 beats. So you'd imagine normally you'd have like an E minor on the first beat, a D on the second beat, and then a C on the 3 and the 4. But that C lasts for 4 beats. So I've just decided just to simplify it, pop a little bar in of 2/4 for the E minor to the D, and then back to 4/4 for that for the C. I just think visually it'll make kind of more sense for you. So what you're going to do here, you're going to play the C. So I'm looking at the 1, 2, third, fourth, the fifth bar down, all right, from the full band. So 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth bar down, we've got a C and a G, all right? So we're going to play the C as normal, 1, 2 to the G as normal, and then we're going to play an E minor to a D, 1 beat each, 1, 2, and then we're going to play a C for a full 4 bars, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go to the A minor, which is the only time in the whole song that we play it. 1, 2, 3. So then you play the A minor for 4 beats, but then the D, you're going to just strum it once essentially. And counting it, I'm pretty sure it lasts for 6 beats. So I've just put an extra bar of 2/4 on the end as well. So when you play the D, you're going to count just 1 strum on this one. When you play with the song, you'll hear that. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it goes into the 6/8 part, right? So I tell you what we'll try and do. Let's give the verse a full playthrough from the full band. All right, and you can always, like with the video, you can always kind of like bring this back and then have another little go through, because some of these changes might be quick for some of you. So at least then, you know, you've got, you know, really good reason to practice, say like the E minor to the D, back and forth, get your 1 minute changes up and all that, because you know you're going to be working on it in a specific song. Okay, let's give it a go. Full band then, starting from the top, full band, verse 1 from the C, okay? 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, C to the G, and then D and C and E minor, and C to the G, to the D, 1, 2, 3, back to the C and to the G, then E minor, D and C, 2, 3, I don't know this part, 4 and D, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, that D I should have just done 1 strum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I forgot the melody over that A minor part, but you'll hear it in the song. All right, so that's the 4/4 part, guys. Hopefully you're all okay on that. Everyone feeling okay with that? Any questions so far? If so, pop them in. Whether it's a technique question, whether it's whatever it might be, pop them in and we'll try my best to answer. One thing I should mention actually, when it comes to strumming patterns and things, if you're at all interested in improving your strumming and your rhythm, I'm gonna plug Justin's Strumming SOS again. Brilliant course for beginners, and I'm not just saying that. It doesn't get much better than Justin, and I'm not just saying that, when it comes to getting stuff really well organized and easy to pick up. I was his student back in the day, right? So I know firsthand, and you guys do as well. Of course you do. Okay, so 6/8 time, strumming pattern 1. So I've done the same thing here, guys. Pattern under the count, I've got pattern 2, pattern 3, pattern 1. I've messed that up, typos. So I do often accidentally pop in the odd typo, so please forgive those. When I share this PDF in the community though, I will sort those out, and you can just download this. You can use this then as well as the notes you take in this lesson. All right, so let's check out the pattern number 1. Okay, so pattern number 1, we're going to be counting 6/8 times to get this feel first, all right? So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One thing we should probably practice actually is being able to change from 4/4 time to 6/8 time, which honestly, if you're new to it, can probably feel a little bit like, whoa, that's so weird. So 4/4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So play along. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So a good little exercise that you can practice to get from like 4/4 to 6/8. A lot of people kind of find that a little bit tricky. So practice that. Just practice 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Okay. So let's look at pattern number 1. We're going to be hitting the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just like we did there. All right. So we can try that like we did with the 4/4 strumming patterns over a C chord. So we can just try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's all down strums. All right. So I'm going to give you a counting now. We're just going to try and play 6/8. I might slow that down a little bit, just so that you get into the swing of it. We're just going to repeat on the C chord 6/8 time. Okay. Now when I count in, I've got to count in 6. I can't count in 4 because we're playing in 6, right? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sense? Let's try that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. All right. So pattern number 2 is the same as pattern number 1, but we are emitting. We're not going to be playing on the 5 and the 6. Now you're going to hear pattern 2 in the chorus. So this is the part where the guitar player, when they were writing the song, I can't remember who it was, accidentally left his distortion on and he played this part and it was really, really big. So it's the part where we'll do it on a C chord and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. But then I'm going to get you to, all right, we're going to use this part of the hand here, kind of like the karate chop part if you like, or you can use more of the flat. I like the karate chop part though, because it allows me to get the plectrum back into position. So I'll show you what I mean, right? So if I'm playing the C here, I want to strum 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I want to stop it here. But I also want my pick to remain up here, not down there, because I want to be in position for the next down strum. Whereas when I'm down here, I've then got to like bring it back up really quick to get into the next down strum. So you could just practice a down strum and then there. Don't kind of do that like that. So don't use this part of the hand, more that side there, because I think one is harder to move the strings for a start versus that. But when you use the karate chop part, you can get the whereas there's just more movements that you don't really want, right? Okay, so we're going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, put the hand down on 5 and mute 5 and 6. So we're going to go nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now that could be something you can practice in isolation if you're new to it. Don't worry about it. Just kind of make a little section on your practice schedule and practice it in isolation, and then it will come together really, really quickly. Okay, cool. So that's going to be pattern number 2. Then pattern number 3 is just we're going to be playing on the first beat and the fourth beats of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to be, you've got to make sure you kind of count it, right? Essentially though, you don't really want to be, with any strumming, you don't really want to be counting. You want to be kind of like feeling and hearing when you're playing. Counting something can always help you kind of get off the mark and understand what's going on and get you going. But then essentially you always want to bear in mind that music is kind of, it's a right brain thing, so you always want to be kind of like feeling the strum. So when I play this here, I wouldn't count it. I'm not counting it. I can get into the, you know, the theory of it and understand the count and all that and explain it to you guys now. But essentially, I'm not going to want to be in my head going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just use your ear. Know that that's what's going on, but use your ear and feel it and play without the left brain eventually, or as soon as you can. Okay, so pattern number 3, we're going to be counting to start, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So get this going again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Always have the hand moving. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we're only going to be hitting the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's going to be our pattern 3. I think pattern number 1 and pattern number 2 are going to be the main patterns we use. So, all right. So hopefully everyone is okay with that there. Let's move on a little bit. So what do we got next? So we've got okay. So we've got the pre-chorus. We've got chorus 1, and then we're going to have verse 2, and then we're going to have chorus 2, all in 6/8 time. Hopefully no typos. Do not write me off. There might be a little one. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's not. Okay, so you can see here now where it says pre-chorus, 6/8 time. I've got on the top there, build up using palm muting, except for the last 2 bars of D. So I'll show you what that means in a second. But if you look in bar 1 there, you'll see that I've now written in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just as a little guide to how you'll be counting each individual chord there. So we're going to start off. You can do this, like I said, with any of the strumming patterns that we've just looked at. So you can just do, if you want to, actually, I should have put a 4th one in there. So write down a 4th one here. You can just do 1 strum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do 1 strum on the 1 and let it ring out if you want to, okay? We'll start off though with number 1, because I think it just helps you really kind of feel the time when you play it and absorb it. And it'll help you kind of keep time as well if you're kind of continually playing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we've got the C. We're going to be doing a bit of palm muting, but you don't have to. You can just do down strums like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then G, 1, 2, 3, 4. D and E minor. And do that 2 times. C, G, and D, and E minor. And C into the G, then 2 Ds. But I think you can do that. But I think this part kind of really builds up is when it just starts to, it's a kind of big part of the song actually. This is where obviously the second idea from when they originally wrote it kind of comes in. So palm muting then, for those of you that might not have looked at it yet, same karate chop part of the hand here. What I want you to do, this here is the bridge, all right? So what I want you to do is place this karate chop part of the hand on the strings, but not behind the strings here like that, because the strings will sound absolutely normal. I want you to place it just like maybe 1/2 centimeter on the string. And when you do that, like this, it feels a bit fiddly to strum at first, but it's something you can practice and have a bit of fun with. Now if I bring the karate chop part of the hand too much onto the strings, they're just muted, right? Which is its own thing, you might want that sometimes. If I bring it back behind the bridge, it'll just sound the same, so just like maybe 1/2 centimeter, and you'll get that sound there. And we're only going to be hitting the lowest strings, maybe low 2 strings, 3 if you want, but maybe I think aim for 2 will sound pretty good here. So we'll play all of the chords through using this technique. Again, if it's too fiddly for now, you can practice it in isolation just to have a bit of fun, and then just do normal down strums for now, okay? But when you do normal down strums, maybe really bring the volume down. But it's worth giving this a go, just for fun. All right, so we'll give it a play through. Palm muting, starting on the C after 6. You ready? I'm going to go a bit slower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C, 5, and G, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and D, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should probably say, when you change to the G, all right, again, you're just going to have to bring the pick up a little bit to hit the lower couple of strings. When you hit the D, you have to come down and hit from the D string, or maybe the G. This can be a little bit fiddly, so don't be too discouraged. Like I said, just isolate it because they're good skills to develop, and just know if you want to, you can play them quietly. Let's give that another little go. Already from the C chord, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. E minor. Repeat that. C, 2, 3, 4, 5, and G, and D to the E minor, 5, 6, and then underneath C to G, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I've written there was, so build up palm mute except the last 2 bars of C. So the last 2 bars of C, what we're going to do, we're going to keep building it, right? We're going to say let's go from the 1, 2, 3, 4, let's go from the C on the second line down. We're going to play the C, and to the G, and then the last 2 Ds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to build it right up for that chorus. Okay, so palm mute all of that, and then build up when you get to the D. No palm muting, hand off, and then just bring it up. And if you want to as well, you can hit that A string, which I think sometimes makes the D sound a little bit bigger. Okay, so let's give that pre-chorus a go in full. Okay, palm muting. Here we go after 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and G, 2, 3, and D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. E minor. Repeat that. C and to G, and to D, 2, 3, 4, and E minor, and C. We can build this up a little bit, palm muting, and then we go into the chorus. So we've got the play, I'm going to call them stabs when I play the 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why, this is something I've always done in bands and things. I think maybe in one of my first bands we're like, oh yeah, let's play these stabs here, and I've just kind of carried on saying it. So we're going to play stabs on 1, 2, 3, 4, on the C and the G, but we're going to play through the E minor and the G. So what I mean by that is this strumming pattern here, number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, right, for the G, for the C. Same again, 1, 2, 3, 4. For the G, and then when you play the E minor and the D, you're going to play pattern number 1. All right, and this is kind of like where you bring it right up as well. I'm not even going to try and sing this part because it's way too high for me, and he sings really loud. All right, so it's going to be, I'll play it first, and then we'll go and then we'll have a few practices, right? So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, my bad. Forgot the chords. One more time. So C, E minor, and then D. Okay. So that's the first part of the chorus there. Chorus 1, we've got to play the C, the G, E minor, and D, and play it just like that ×2. So we'll try that. I'm just conscious of the time I'm running over, and I've also got that to go through there. Okay, so I might go like 5 minutes over, but I will try and squeeze all this in without kind of rushing it too much. So let's try that chorus, first part there. First 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 4. E minor and D. Stabs on G. No. Stabs on C. Sorry. Try that again. Chorus number. There's a typo there. No, it's not. That's right. That's fine. So chorus number 1. Let's try the first 4 bars again. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. And play through E minor and play through D. Same again on C. 1, 2, 3, 4. G. E minor, play through, and D. And then we come to the next part of the chorus where it says play through C, D, E minor, but strum on 1 and 4 for the D. All right, so you're going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the C, G, and E minor. And when you get to that D, just to come back to here, you're going to be playing strumming pattern number 3. Down 1 on the first beat and then down 1 strum on the 4th beat. All right, so let's try that there then, that kind of second section of the chorus, okay? So I'll play it through first again. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so on that D, slight change of feel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I really, really, really wish I could play the song. I can't because of like copyright and all that. But I wish I could just play the song here, and you'd hear kind of, you know, why we're doing these little specific parts. But if you kind of go away and practice this song and practice with the record, you'll hear it as well. Okay, so let's try that section one more time. So it's kind of the middle section of chorus number 1. So we're going to play through the C, play through the G, play through the E minor, but then play on 1 and 4 for the D. All right. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C, 2, 3, 4, and G, and E minor. Then D, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then to finish up, we're going to have a single strum on the C, G, and first D. So the last part there, then what we're going to do, we're going to play just 1 strum on the C, 1 strum on the G, and then we've got 2 bars of D, but we'll just hit the first bar, and then we let the next bar of D just ring out. So that's simply going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, so I'm conscious of time, so we won't play through all of that there. I've gone through it kind of like bit by bit, so hopefully you should be able to kind of put it all together. So let's move on to verse number 2 and then chorus 2. So verse number 2 here it's with a full band, and it's very, very similar to verse 1. There's just less to it essentially. So we can just play this. Also, I should say that we're in 6/8 time. So we're going to be playing through just a simple 1, 2. I play this here, all down strums again. Bring it down a little bit from the chorus that we just played. Let me just check some, a few questions that come through. Question, in the 6/8 section, could you play power? Yeah, so you could, definitely. If you listen to the original, probably there's power chords in there. If this was an intermediate class, then we'd definitely be playing with power chords and a bit more picking and all that, Dick. So feel free to, pop in power chords. Like your Jimi Hendrix shirt, that's well spotted. Well done. You can't see too much of that. Well done. Thank you for that as well. This is fun. Good, glad you're enjoying it. What am I drinking? This here is peppermint tea with a squeeze of lemon. And it's really good, honestly. It's just so good. Could pop a whiskey in, I guess, but for the weekends, right? Anyway, sorry to have to leave. That's all right. Thanks for coming, James. Have a good one. And if you need anything from the lesson, you can always check the recording. All right. I am going over, guys, but I'll try to keep going without rushing. Okay, so we're on chorus 2, so 6/8 time. Verse 2. What am I talking about? So we've got C, 1, 2, 3 to the G, and D, and E minor. This is all self-explanatory. C, G, and D again. Then this part, C, da, da, da. Wish I could sing better. Okay, so the only part from that verse 2 that you're gonna, I play it all the way through like that, just bring it down, have it nice and flowing, just bring it down in terms of the, you know, the dynamics, the, you know, kind of how loud that you're playing it versus the chorus, because the chorus is super loud, it's really big. So the only part is here where you'll see the red numbers. We've got a D and a C in the same bar. So essentially all you're going to be doing is playing D for 1, 2, 3 and the C for 4, 5, 6. So that will essentially be D, 1, 2, 3 and the C, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we go to E minor. So I tell you what we'll do, where you can see the D to the C changing in the same bar, let's go back 2 bars to the C, we'll play through the rest of the verse from there, okay? Okay, here we go. On that C, third line down, after 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, G, here we go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then finish it off. And okay, so let's try that verse number 2 all the way through. It's going to be with the full band. When you listen to the record, just be aware of that little D and that C, okay? Maybe I'll try and hum it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. To the C and then to the G, and here we go. We got C and C, a D and C and E minor, and B, C and G and D. And then we've got chorus 2, still in 6/8 time. We're going to be playing stabs on 1, 2, 3, 4. Stab 1, 2, 3, 4 and stop on a C and the G and play through the E minor and G as normal. Play through middle section, play through C, D and E minor but strum, so that's the same. So essentially guys, this chorus number 2 is exactly the same as chorus number 1. It's just if you look at the very end, we've got C, G, D, D, and I'm pretty sure that's where the original chorus 1 ends, C, G, D, D. I'll go back. But on this one, you play C, G, D, D, C, G, D, D, and they're just going to be single strums each, okay? So it's exactly the same as chorus number 1, but we just have this, on the end, we just play that C, 2, 5, 6, 1, 2, and D. All right, so let's try and play that chorus number 2 all the way through, okay? So don't forget, first part with stabs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, strum through E minor and strum through D, and then play through the, it's going to be a lot to remember, it's going to be a lot for me to remember, so I've got to make sure I make this big, my eyes are going, I'm going to need glasses. All right, let's give it a go, and you can always practice this with the video afterwards. So here we go, chorus number 2, after 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, actually let me go slower, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and E minor, play through, and play through D, stabs again, and C, G, E minor, strum through, and strum through D, then strum through C, and G, and E minor, and then on the D, remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then to finish off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, and again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. And that's pretty much the song there, guys. So I stopped for some silly reason. But before going to that last section, I should have just kept it going. So when you play the song with a record, you'll hear that's kind of what's going on there. You just keep it going, keep it flowing, and yeah, all good. All right, guys, I've gone over by 6 minutes, but thank you all so much for coming along. We got through it all in the end. If you've got any questions at all with this stuff, there'll be a thread in the community that you can, with this song and the notes and everything for this. I'll also share the notes in WhatsApp as well as in the community forums. Check it out though, leave any questions. I'm usually pretty active on the forums in the community, and I shall answer them as we go, all right? So thanks again for coming along, really appreciate it, very grateful, and I'll see you all again next month. All right, cheers guys, take care, bye-bye.